So what is up, crypto community? Welcome back to the Cryptoverse channel. Today we have another video about Quant, or more about Gilbert Verdian, Quant CEO, and we'll react to a video by Digital Pound Foundation of an interview with Gilbert Verdian. But before we get into it, I have to mention that nothing in this video is financial advice, so please do your own research before investing in the market. And of course, if you're new to Cryptoverse channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you not miss any further updates on your favorite crypto. Before we get into the video, guys, as you can see, the market is pretty much green today, same as the past 2 or 3 days. It's actually looking better and better. You see Hex is up by 7%, Caspa is up by 5%, by 5.7%, Pulse is again up by 3.9%, and so on and so on. But what about Quant? Quant is actually pretty much the same. It's 101.51%, $51. As you can see, it's up by 0%. Its market cap is 1.225 billion, and it's still at 81.13% circulating supply from the total supply. We'll look at the interview with Gilbert Verdian. He actually discusses in the video the potential benefits of digital pound and how it can automate and streamline financial transactions. He actually explains that implementing technology like smart contracts on the blockchain can remove manual barriers and friction, reducing risk and uncertainty. But let's just see what he talks about.
I wonder if you could just start by just introducing yourself and Quant, and tell us a bit more about how Quant relates to central bank digital currencies generally, and your personal interest in the digital pound more broadly.
Hi, I'm Gilbert Verdian, CEO and founder at Quant. We're a blockchain infrastructure company, and we've been one of the pioneers in this space, helping.
So basically, in the first part, he explains who he is and what he does.
Establish blockchain standards with ISO TC307 in 2016, and creating protocols and our Overledger platform that solves interoperability for institution, central bank, and enterprise use cases. Very interested in CBDCs. Personally, it was a very early introduction to blockchain during my time in government in 2008 at the Treasury. So really saw the potential of what a digital pound can bring to the UK and what it can do for businesses and consumers.
So now he'll talk about how the digital pound and what digital pound can do for consumers. As I have mentioned in previous videos, they're partners with big financial institutions, and big financial institutions are actually their targets because a lot of the money is there. Of course, Quant is also entering $1 trillion market with the tokenization, with the automotive industry, like everything, houses and stuff. Tokenization is a big thing. So yeah, let's see what you say.
And working on it since then, the time is right to be able to bring that into fruition for the UK and other jurisdictions. And what it really means for consumers and businesses, commercial banks and institutions is really the ability to have programmable money, and that really allows smart money to operate and take away a lot of the pain points that we have in a binary system, because money is quite binary, and it needs to evolve to keep up with the digital lives that we all have today and the digital world we live in. So really interested in enabling the tests and the use cases of different types of CBDCs, wholesale, retail, or hybrid, and enabling the payment systems to have and complement a CBDC for various types of use cases, either wholesale or retail or both.
So basically, they're covering two markets: the retail market and the wholesale market, and creating a digital currency in a type of the way he says it, a digital pound, which is in the blockchain, which is very nice.
Fantastic. I mean, I think it's going to be so interesting to see how this evolves. And in particular, I wanted to ask you a bit about the prospects for implementation of central bank digital currencies around the world. I think we've got over 100 countries now doing different experimentations and pilots. What do you see coming down the pike?
I think where we're heading is further innovation and experimentation, but complementing that with real world tests and not just relying on the theory or the paper exercise, and doing that in a kind of regulatory sandbox where actual usage and institutions and commercial banks and retail banks test what that looks like for them. And we're seeing a lot of examples of that with the work that's being led with the BIS and all the participating central banks.
So they have many central banks working and testing the product, their overall ledger platform and everything. You can always look up their news and everything on their Twitter. You can search Quant Network on Twitter and you can find they post quite regularly and often, and you'll keep up with all the news they have about Quant, overall ledger platform, interoperability, tokenization and everything.
But also in smaller jurisdictions, actually implementing this in production.
So basically, this is implementing the CBDCs, the central bank digital currencies, everywhere step by step, as he explains.
And we're seeing very early results of that in various countries around the world. I think where it's heading is the bigger jurisdictions need to weigh up and balance the risk benefit and why a CBDC, what makes it different, what makes it unique. And we're kind of at the inflection point where they've done the economic research, they've tested a lot of the use cases either internally or with participants or with institutions directly, and now they want to really understand, well, what does that actually mean to the financial system that they're responsible for. So what we'll see in 2023 and in the next 5 years is the beginning of the implementation of CBDCs in various forms.
Yes. So as I said, CBDCs will be included in many types of forms, which he will explain right now. But as I said, begin implementing now in the next 5 years, as we've talked and as we've seen in the previous videos. Quant is actually a long-term project. So it's not like they said like ChatGPT, it will not have its boom right away, but it's something that works in the background and it's their style. So we expect by 2030 to be the next Bitcoin.
And most jurisdictions would pick the right use case and the right type of CBDC that works best in their financial system. And with the help of the banks and the participants, they're going to collaboratively implement this and make it part of the financial system.
And how do you think the arrival of...
Yeah, so basically, he says, you can repeat it, wait.
And how do you...
To collaboratively implement this and make it part of the financial system.
Yes, collaboratively do this and make it part of the financial system. So he wants Quant and the overall ledger platform to be a part, of course, CBDCs of the financial system to change the whole financial system. This is actually like the middle of the video, so I'll leave it for you to finish it. Next, I'll talk about how will the arrival of CBDCs change the way we transact, and there's like benefits of being a member of the Digital Foundation. Digital Foundation, yes. So this video is not too long, I'll have to end it here, but of course I encourage you to look at this and inform yourself more about what Gilbert Verdian says. And we reached the end of the video. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure to be your host again today. I have to mention that nothing in this video was financial advice, so please do your own research before investing in the market. And of course, if you're new to Cryptoverse channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss any further updates on your favorite crypto. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.